The Microfighter range was launched in 2014 and soon became LEGO Star Wars' most successful sub-theme, with at least one set releasing every year for the past 11 years. All Microfighters feature a mini-scale ship with space designed to seat a minifigure. These sets have a unique aesthetic and provide a great way to collect interesting Star Wars minifigures. Most Microfighters feature either flick fire missiles or stud shooters, adding extra playability while also looking great on display. As of the recording of this video, LEGO has released 43 Microfighters, spanning all 9 movies of the Skywalker saga, as well as Rogue One and several Star Wars TV series, including Rebels, The Clone Wars, and The Mandalorian. In today's video, I'll be ranking what I think are the top 10 best Microfighters released over the years, counting down and saving the best for last. Before we get into the actual ranking, here are a few runners-up that just missed out on the top 10. They are the Vulture Droid, the Republic Gunship, the Ghost, the First Order TIE Fighter, and the First Order Walker, or ATM-6. At number 10, we have the Razor Crest Microfighter, released in 2022. This set faithfully replicates the main ship from the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian. The ship's engines are built using assorted round pieces, and 2 of the newer type of stud shooters are placed on the sides of the cockpit, where the laser cannons are in the show. Several pieces attached underneath give the impression that the Razor Crest has landing gear, while the back of the ship features an opening and closing ramp. The included minifigure of Din Djarin, though not exclusive, is still exceptionally detailed, featuring metallic silver printing for the Mandalorian's iconic armor. These details feature on the front and back of the torso, the legs, and the arms, which feature a nice icon of the Mudhorn on his right shoulder. A pearl dark gray jetpack adorns this minifigure's back, and he comes armed with a blaster pistol. This minifigure still has the old helmet design, as well as a blank black head, so while there are definitely better versions of Din out there now, this is still a great minifigure. In the 9th spot, we have the Homing Spider Droid, released in 2015 as part of the second series of Microfighters. This one's more unique among the greater Microfighter collection, as there aren't as many land vehicles as there are ships in the series. The included minifigure is a Geonosian battle droid. It's always nice to get a more unique type of battle droid, especially in a set this small. The dark orange pieces used for the Geonosis B1 also featured in the 2013 releases of the Separatist Tank Droid and the ATTE Walker. The battle droid can sit at the top of the spider droid right behind the eye section, which features a hinge joint and doubles as the handlebar for the battle droid. The battle droid's blaster can be held in the back by a clip if desired. All 4 of the spider droid's legs are posable, and the bulky flick fire missile underneath the spider droid's head looks nice, but is slightly difficult to fire properly. We're continuing this ranking with another Separatist Alliance vehicle, the Armored Assault Tank, or AAT. This was one of the first Microfighters, released in 2014 as part of Series 1. Despite the box art depicting the Battle of Kashyyyk, as well as the set's pairing with the clone turbo tank from Kashyyyk, no AATs are ever seen on Kashyyyk in Revenge of the Sith, not to mention that this set resembles the tanks seen in The Phantom Menace. This isn't a problem unless you pay attention to the artwork on the box. This set depicts the AAT's overall unique shape really nicely, featuring characteristic lower hull plating, a rotating main laser cannon that also hinges up, and 2 flick fire missiles depicting the AAT's anti-personnel laser cannons. The included minifigure is a pilot battle droid, with a blue torso piece to denote this droid's unique role. He's also equipped with a blaster pistol. There is space for the pilot underneath the main cannon. He can't really attach in, but he does fit in nicely. In 2019, LEGO made an interesting move and started including Star Wars creatures as Microfighters. There have been 3 of these so far, but the best one in my opinion was the Dewback. This Microfighter was included in a 2-pack with R2-D2 and C-3PO's escape pod. The build depicts a chibi version of the desert lizard that the Empire's sand troopers are seen riding in A New Hope. The sand green color looks really good on the creature. The legs are built to make it look like it's walking, and the head and tail are built with mixel ball and socket joints, allowing you to give the Dewback some added personality with the poses you can accomplish. The build for the face looks really cute, and features a couple of studs up front to depict its nostrils, and a pair of printed eyes that were first seen in this set. The sand trooper that comes with the Dewback is an excellent figure, featuring weathered printing and an ammo pouch. A bulky rebreather and an orange rank pauldron sit between the head and torso, and he comes with an assortment of accessories, a blaster rifle, a pike, and a pair of electro binoculars. The trooper's helmet mold and leg printing are definite downgrades from previous Sand Trooper minifigures, but overall this is one of the better Sand Troopers that they've released. The trooper can be attached to the saddle of the dewback, and a clip is provided on either side to attach the Sandtrooper's extra accessories. Rogue One introduced the U-Wing troop transport to the Star Wars universe, and in 2017, LEGO designed a microfighter of the ship as part of the 4th series. Aside from the thruster color, which should be blue instead of orange, this model is very accurate to the on-screen vehicle, featuring occasional splashes of blue color, blank white minifigure heads for the thruster engines, and additional gray parts underneath to depict the troop hold. The wings are placed on hinge plates to recreate the folding S-foil function that the ship features in the film. A pair of mounted stud blasters are positioned on the forward hull, placed where the ship's main laser cannons are in the movie. This set also features the only accurate LEGO version of a U-Wing pilot. The minifigure included in 75155 U-Wing Fighter was simply a generic Blue Squadron pilot, with a standard Rebel pilot helmet. The minifigure that comes with the Microfighter features a brand new helmet mold that is still exclusive to this day. It features excellent molding and printing, as well as a trans-yellow molded visor that sits over the minifigure's eyes. This helmet is far more accurate to the U-Wing helmet seen at the Battle of Scarif in the movie's finale. We're now halfway through the list, and coming in at number 5, we have the All-Terrain Armored Transport, AT-AT or AT-AT for short. This is the first of 2 versions of this walker. In my opinion, this is the superior version. All 4 legs each feature 2 hinge points, allowing you to pose the walker in a variety of ways. The head hinges up and down, featuring the AT-AT's on-screen armament. 2 flick-fire missiles sit atop the walker's hull. The included AT-AT driver was first used in 75054 AT-AT from 2014, and features light bluish-gray and sand blue details. There's some debate as to what color the AT-AT driver actually is in The Empire Strikes Back. Personally, I'm of the group that thinks the armor's white, and view the 2010 driver as the best minifig version of this trooper, but that's a topic for another video. The driver sits perched high up atop the walker, and a clip hidden on the back of the AT-AT provides a place to attach his blaster pistol. Continuing on with walkers, up next we have the All-Terrain Defense Pod, or ATDP, first featured in Star Wars Rebels. This 2-legged walker translates really nicely into the Microfighter's format, featuring a pair of legs with 3 joints each. The characteristic eye pods on the sides of the cockpit are built using unprinted astromech heads, and give this build its characteristic shaping. The ATDP single laser cannon is depicted with a stud blaster that fires red studs. A clip on the seat's backrest at the top could once again serve as weapon storage for the included driver. The ATDP driver is a somewhat uncommon Imperial minifigure, only ever appearing elsewhere in the minifigure scale version of this vehicle. The minifigure is highly detailed, featuring printing across all the pieces he's comprised of. Most notable of all are the 2 pieces which combine to create the driver's helmet. An ATST driver helmet in white, with appropriate printing, tops off a minifigure head, printed with Imperial features, and both combine to create a convincing ATDP driver minifigure. There have been no less than 3 Microfighter scale versions of the Millennium Falcon, speaking to the enduring popularity of the Corellian freighter. We're kicking off the top 3 with what I think is the best of these 3, that being the first one released in 2014 as part of the first series. Grille tiles, jumper plates, and other various parts create a greebling effect across the ship's hull. 2 flick-fire missiles sit where the Falcon's dorsal quad laser cannon sits. 2 trans-clear studs serve as the 2 forward floodlights. I like how the Rectenna is positioned at an angle here, which is something that the other 2 Falcon microfighters don't have. A specially printed R5 unit dome depicts the Falcon's iconic cockpit, and though completely unnecessary, a trans-clear cheese slope acts as a small windshield for the included Han Solo minifigure. Back when this set was released, this Han Solo minifigure was revolutionary, featuring a more detailed leg print than ever before, and the best Han Solo face print we've ever gotten. Sure, there are LEGO Han Solos with better hair pieces now, but this figure would go on to define the look of the character in LEGO for the next decade and counting. This also happens to be the first microfighter that I ever got, so it's special for me in that way. Coming in at number 2 is another set from the first series, the Clone Turbo Tank from 2014. This is a really unique set in the line, as it's the only one to feature a set of wheels, 10 in fact, just like the in-universe vehicle. A couple of sets of weapons are included on the front and the back. Flick-fire missiles in blue are mounted on the sides, and can be fired either forward or backward. The minifigure included is also a highly desirable Phase 2 clone trooper, perfect for army building. For a long time, this was one of the only ways to get a modern, standard Phase 2 clone, and obviously with 2024's Clone and Droids Battle Pack, this is no longer the case, but he's still a unique and cool minifigure to have. And finally, coming in at number 1, we have the X-Wing Fighter from 2014. Yet another entry from Series 1. In case you couldn't tell, Series 1's my favorite. This set is the quintessential Microfighter, and features a surprising amount of rare and exclusive prints for such a small set. All 4 wings are posable, and are tipped with flick fire missiles, giving this set 4 missiles to launch at a time. The oversized and exaggerated thruster engines and cockpit nose look quite nice, and a small windshield is provided for the pilot. One of the main highlights of this set is the exclusive astromech head print, depicting R2-X2, an astromech droid seen in the background of A New Hope. While only his head is included, the droid's torso and legs can be found in another set from the same year, the 2014 LEGO Star Wars Advent Calendar. The included Christmas Tree astromech features R2-X2's other pieces, and if combined you can make one complete minifigure. The other highlight of this set is the exclusive pilot minifigure. It's the only LEGO version of Theron Nett, whose callsign Red 10 from the Battle of Yavin. He features one of the best torso and leg combo for any X-Wing pilot LEGO has produced, as well as one of the best head prints for a Rebel pilot. The helmet, which is exclusive, accurately depicts Theron's unique helmet design. This minifigure is definitely a fantastic addition for an already excellent little set. A set that is, in my opinion, the best microfighter that LEGO has produced. And with that, we have what I think are the top 10 best microfighters that LEGO has released. But this is just my opinion. What's yours? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching and have a good one.